Hello Blitz fans of all ages, it's me, Plumcastle here doing a breakdown on the Luxury Lounge event that came into Blitz just yesterday, I think it was. So to find the event, it's super easy. You just want to go to your garage, it'll be on the left hand side, super clear. You just want to click that and it should take you to a window that looks something like this. Now, it may look a little bit confusing. I mean, there's literally stuff everywhere, but don't worry, we're going to break it all the way down. So just rule of thumb to keep in mind that all those diamonds that you see on the left hand side, that is where you would exchange for diamonds or exchange something you already have for diamonds. And then on the right side is what you would use those diamonds that you just got to then get something else that you could then put into your account. So it's kind of like a circle. You can see at the top it goes from available resources, you convert those into diamonds in whatever medium that you can do, and then you take those diamonds and then you use them on the rewards, and then of course the rewards go back onto your account. So that's how it works. Now let's take a look at what some of the rewards are. So the first item here is this camouflage. Honestly, I would not suggest grabbing this one. It looks ugly on like every tank I looked at. It's just not a good one, and on top of that, a single one of these camos costs over 26 million credits, or just shy of 300,000 free XP. So no, the fact that it doesn't even look good, definitely pass on this one. Moving on, we have this 10 times multiplier. Now this could be interesting. This could help you get free XP for the event theoretically. Mostly if you're grinding for, I don't know, some new tank branch, that would probably be the best one to get. But mostly if you're trying to grind, pretty unhelpful if you have ground all your tanks all the way up. Moving on, we've got the background. Now this is a really cool background, and I actually was lucky enough to get this way back when the basically the first event of this was the Galactic Riches. I was able to get it, but it cost a lot. It cost every single one of my boosters, which I had thousands of, and it cost me over 30 million credits. So yeah, it was not cheap. And as you can see here at 15,000 diamonds, the price isn't much better. So if you want the background, you can expect it to cost in solid credits like nothing else. It would be over 130 million credits, and getting closer to 131 million credits. Or if you wanted to do XP, that would be about 1.4 million free XP. So really, only if you're the most avid of collectors would you ever want this, or if you really want that flashy background, because as far as I know, this is like the second rarest, and the only one rarer than this is like the the MS1 background, but still very expensive, and really you really have to want this to make it worth it. Moving on from the background, we've got these success boosters. Now I'm going to show there's actually a second way to get these, which is I think a little bit better, but for now you've got these success boosters, which you can get 9 of these blue ones for 1 million credits, which honestly is not too bad, and then you can combine them and then you can turn them into higher level boosters. Now before I get into that part, I will say it's probably best if you're going to buy these boosters probably to go ahead and spend the 10 million and get every single one of them, as you are limited to 10, because then what you can do with that is you can combine them. Now here's I guess you want to call it a spreadsheet of the different things you can do. If you have if you just have a blue booster, it'll give you 15 gold for a victory and 6,000 credits for a loss. Pretty lame, to be honest. So I would actually recommend upgrading those to the purple ones that you can see here, and it takes 12 blue ones to go to 1 purple one, and you get 200 gold per win with a purple and 80,000 in a loss. Still not the greatest exchange rate, but I would actually recommend combining to this point. I would not combine to the yellow point, just because even though the yellow does have 1,000 gold, if you lose, that's 400,000 credits instead of slowly. So really, it's risk versus reward. I would honestly suggest purple, but you're free to do whatever you want. Now, moving on from that, we also have these crates. Now, the crates I actually think are probably going to be the best bang for your buck, because each crate costs, and while each crate does cost about like 1.4 million credits or 20,000 free XP, you can get a lot. I mean, granted, you do have to have millions of credits, but I mean, credits are fairly easy to get, and let's take a look at what's inside them, because there is a tier 8 premium tank called the Scepter, and that is a 0.2% drop chance. Really low, I know, but the chance is at least there, and that way, if you don't get it, oh well, you still get other stuff, and if you do get it, great, thumbs up. Beyond that, we've got certificates for different tanks, so we've got the WoT UE57, it's a tier 3. You can see the percentages there, but it ranges from 5 to 15 parts dropped, just randomly. The same with the T28 mod 1940. Again, parts, slightly lower percent, but still, if you buy enough of these, you'll likely end up completing all the tanks. And then we've got the meme tank that's called the Waffle, but the PZSTFL IVC. This is an interesting tank. It's more of a collector piece, but still, if you want to exchange it for gold, you can do that. I think it's like, I don't know, it's a little bit of gold. It's not worthless. So there's also the Churchill gun carrier, which has the lowest. So I mean, the higher the tier, you can see it gets a little bit lower, but still, these are nice tanks just to have in your collection if you were wanting them. Now below that, we have a 1% for the Lucky Clover avatar. Not much more to say there. I mean, it's just an avatar. Dizzying Success avatar, that's the one that has the Success booster on it. It's animated. It's got a 0.6 drop, so yeah. The Success booster, so remember what I was saying earlier, you could get the Success booster somewhere else. You can actually get them in here too, and it looks like, it says yellow, so it looks like this would be the 1000 gold booster, so really cool. If you could somehow land one of these, that would be really great. Then beyond that, we've got the Dazzling Luster Camouflage. It's just a camouflage. You'd kind of have to look at it and see if you wanted it or not. A Success booster that's purple, so that has a slightly higher chance. Then we've got normal gold boosters, which are always nice, some nice percentages there, and then splinters. And splinters are basically something you can occasionally exchange something for in the store. By and large, though, they usually just sit in your storage, as mine always do. Now, moving on to the main reward in this event, and that is the Scepter. Now, basically, the way it is the Scepter for the Luxury Lounge event is what the profile background, or the Galactic Riches profile background, was for the Galactic Riches event. Really expensive. I mean, there's not much more you can say, but if you want to get the tank, by pure credits, it would be over 261 million credits, which, like, I play a lot and I don't even have that, so I imagine most people don't have this. You can get it for free XP as well. I think it's let me just check here. Yeah, it's about 2.8 million free XP, which is, again, a very large amount. So really, you'd have to combine those two and make it a little bit cheaper, and then you could throw in boosters to make it, and premium count to make it a little bit lower. I will give a tip for how to get this a little bit easier in just a minute, but moving on, the camo for this as well, because there is a camo too, which is another 10,000 diamonds, which makes the whole price of them 40,000 diamonds. Now, to get the camo alone, which I don't know why you do that, but if you were curious, that is just shy of 90 million credits, or it's almost 950,000 free XP, so very expensive. If you want to get both the Scepter and its camouflage, that will cost you about 350 million credits, which very few people actually have, or about, it's getting close to 4 million free XP. So you could put those together and use your boosters, and some of you might be able to make it. In fact, I could actually do it, but I mean, I couldn't get the camo, but I could get the tank, but that's really expensive. But honestly, since it is a free-to-play event, can't really complain that much. So now let's talk about how you can get diamonds a little bit more easily, because what you might not realize is, while you can just straight out exchange for these diamonds, you can actually earn them too. You can see on my account, I have 702 diamonds, and I have not exchanged a single thing. The way I did it is I actually activated my boosters while in game. Now, do note, they have to be the purple boosters of any kind, free XP, normal XP, crew XP, credits, etc. You have to activate those in game, and as long as you make over 300 base XP in a game, which is, by the way, really easy, you can actually get 18 diamonds a game, and that is actually a much better exchange rate than just taking those boosters and directly putting them in. Now, one thing to note, it's maxed out at 18, so what I would actually do is turn on every booster except for the consumable reload booster, because you can exchange those, whereas they don't give you anything in a game, and don't use gold boosters unless you feel inclined to. Just save the reload boosters for the very end when you're going to cash out, and just install the 4 boosters, the 3 having to do with XP and the other one being a credit, because those are the ones that actually give you something in the game. So don't accidentally use too many boosters unless that's what you want to do. So doing that, I've played a few hours and I have 702 dimes, whereas before, if I did a direct exchange, I'm not sure what it would be, but it would definitely be a lot less than that. So by playing, you can actually do that too. And a similar thing goes for the premium account as well. The premium account, as you might know, gives you more XP and therefore free XP per game. It also gives you more credits, which means that if you use your premium account as opposed to exchanging your premium account, you can get a little bit more. This one gets a little bit more tricky though, because you don't want to use your long premium account, because I don't know what the purple one is, but whatever it is, it would actually give you 23 diamonds for it, so probably don't use that one. For example, I've got a bunch of 1 hour premiums, and that's perfect because a 1 hour premium only gives me 3 diamonds, so big whoop. But if I use that 1 hour premium account during an hour that I'm actively playing and playing as many battles as I can, I will actually end up making enough credits that I will actually end up making more diamonds in the end. So it kind of depends. Definitely be running your premium tanks during this event. And actually a really good one that I would suggest is actually what I call the TIE Fighter tank. You are actually able to get this on, it may even still be in the store, I'm not sure, you'll have to check. But it's this tank right here, and you could actually get it from an order that was came out on, what was it? It was April Fool's Day. So by signing in every day for 10 days, you would get this tank in. That actually lines up with this event, and is really good because it makes a lot of credits. And if you're also trying to do gravity force at this time, it's super good for that, because your fast reload means if you miss, it's just a really good tank, and I highly recommend playing that, so you're raking in as much as you can. Another tip is just use your multipliers. So if you have a tank with a 2 times multiplier, 3 times, or a birthday multiplier, use those ones first, because those will give you the most amount of currency that you can, so you can really cash out at the end of this event. And that's what I'm planning to do. I'm not sure if I'm going for the Scepter yet, or if I'm going for a crate or the booster, so let me know down in the comments what you would do if you were me, and we'll see. I plan to make a video, I don't know, depends on how much time I have. But anyway, there you go guys, that is the luxury lounge event. I've not actually seen any people break this down other than me, so hope this helps someone. And with that, I hope y'all enjoyed, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.